Hello everybody and welcome to a video on my channel. Today we're gonna go over some low cost and low risk trade up contracts that you can do right now to get a little bit of profit. So today I'm going to show you 5 trade ups ranging from around a bit under $1 up to almost $3. I hope you will enjoy these trade up contracts and I hope you will get some use out of them. We are starting today off with this one. This one is quite an easy one to do. I know the inputs right now say that you need a 0.159. That is not true. You need a 0.165. If you get inputs under 0.165, you can pull off this trade up. It has 110% profitability. If you get the P250, you're very happy. If you get the USP, you are okay with that. And if you get any of the other ones, you're basically, if you get anything that isn't the P250, you're okay with it. If you get the P250, you're happy. You can see this is, of course, always showing the prices after Steam tax. So as you can see, there is some great profit margins to be made. There is even an argument to be made that you could sell the USP and the Galil for a little bit of extra money because they are so close to being factory new, so people will pay more for these minimal wear low float skins. So this is definitely a good profitable trade up. On paper it's 110% profitability, as you can see. Moving on, we have this Gamma collection trade up. This one has 60% odds to profit and quite easy floats actually. I know they look kinda hard, but the thing about Gamma is that it's a collection that is not often looked at by scalpers, so therefore you can often find very low float inputs that you might not find in other collections. So here we are using 3 field tested skins with an average float of 0.165, and we are using 7 minimal wear skins with an average float of 0.079. And why we are doing this is to push the AUG Aristocrat into factory new, and obviously also the P90 shopper. So here you want the Op Phobos. It's a very good one to get. It's over $1 profit. The P90 shopper and the Aristocrat is also pretty okay to get, whilst the Revolver Reboot and the Sword of Limelight will be a little bit of a loss for you. So this one is a little bit riskier than the last one, but it's still a good and profitable trade up. As you can see, the profitability is around 108%. Moving on to the next one I have for you today. This is actually a stat track trade up. It's a variation of the first trade up we saw today, but this time with stat track inputs instead. So you're again looking for 0.165 inputs, and we are looking at Danger Zone collection. And as you can see, it's looking quite similar to the other trade up where you make a good profit with the P250 and you kind of break even with the other 4 outputs. And the same argument could be made here again, that you could probably squeeze a little bit extra out of the USP and the Galil, because they are both, of course, low float minimal wares. But on paper, as you can see, this is also 110% profitability, just like the first Danger Zone trade up I showed you. This one just will make you that profit a little bit quicker, because obviously it's a little bit of a more expensive trade up. Now, you choose the one you want to do, obviously. I think finding floats for the non-stat track one will be slightly easier than the stat track one, so you should always keep that in mind as well. I would suggest setting up buy orders whenever possible to try to see if you can get some low float inputs, but also just checking the market every 30 minutes for new inputs is also a good idea to do, to try to find these ones, hunt them down. Moving on to trade up number 4 today, we have this trade up. It is a Gamma collection trade up again, and that's why I'm comfortable putting kinda low float skins here, pretty low float skins here, because on the Gamma case, as I said, it's quite overlooked. You can quite easily find low float skins. For this one, we're using 1 factory new skin with a float of 0.03. And we are using 9 minimal wear skins with a average float of 0.074. Obviously, this is hard to find minimal wear skins here. Even for Gamma collection, this one is quite a difficult one to do. But if you get to do it, you have almost a no risk trade up, because it's 80% to profit. You get profit with each and every single item except for the reboot. Now everything will come in factory new. An argument could be made here that you could squeeze some extra money out of the Op Phobos being a 0.02 float now, and even some extra from the P90 shopper from people trying to trade up to the M4 Desolate Space and needing a 0.04 skin. So you could probably up the prices a little bit on these outputs and be looking at an even more profitable trade up than what it says here. But on paper, it's 106% profitability and it's 80% to profit. A very, very solid trade up, although be it quite difficult to find the inputs for. And now we're moving on to the final and most expensive trade up of the day. It is quite an easy one to do, actually. I've been doing this quite a lot. It's Chroma only, Chroma 1, and we are using 4 minimal wear Chroma 1 skins with an average float of 0.09, and we are using 6 Chroma 1 skins with an average float of 0.17, and this makes it so that we can get factory new outputs from the Chroma collection except for the Desert Eagle. And as you can see, this is pretty much a no risk trade up that also has a staggering profitability after fees of 114%, which is absolutely ludicrous obviously for a no loss trade up. As you can see, you have 75% to profit, it says, but the only loss you can make is the 25% to get the Desert Eagle Naga, and even if you do get that, you only lose 8 cents. So this is definitely a super viable trade up to do. As you can see, the other outputs really do give you some good stuff, so I would definitely try to do this one whilst there is an opportunity to do so. The hardest thing about this trade up in my opinion is finding the field tested inputs. What I try to do, a little tip for you, is try to find as low minimal wear inputs as you possibly can. Look to see if you can find some 0.08s and 0.07s, because that way you don't need the field tested inputs to be as low. You can probably get away with using 0.18 and even some 0.19s. So experiment around with the trade up, but this is very doable right now to spam. I've done about 10 of these, I think, in total over the last couple of days, so I would definitely recommend this one. So those are the 5 trade ups I have to show you today. Next video, I want to show you some more expensive trade ups, maybe going up as far as $10, that are also very profitable right now at the moment. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more trade up guides like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so any help with that goal would be absolutely appreciated. With all of that being said, thank you for watching today's episode. Until the very next time, goodbye.